4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome everyone. It's your girl Sunshine and Chester B. That's how one of the podcasts start that I watch. They go 5, 4, 3, 2, and they go, welcome. I don't know why.
Hello, everybody. Please say hello as you are tuning in to Occasionally Posh.
Wow. Say hello, let us know you here. Oh, I ain't never noticed this thing tell you where people watching from.
Oh, does it?
Tell you how many on Facebook, how many on YouTube. Look at there. I ain't never went up there to see.
Oh, now I see. Nice.
Say hello as you join.
Hey, Yolanda, girl.
Hey, Yolanda. Feel like we know you for real.
I know, we definitely have to do a meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can put faces, because I'm pretty sure I probably gonna pass somebody in Walmart or something.
Yeah, honey. Indeed. I mean, I doubt her because she don't live here. But yeah.
But yeah, you know. Hey, girl. Yeah. Some people they be like, hey, and I'm like, hey, I don't know who the hell that person is.
Boo. Say hello, let us know you're watching. Anybody else ready for Chassie B's Ratchet Theater for the night? She been practicing all day. She ain't.
I have.
She's like, nah, for real. She like, nah, for real. You would have to come to South Dakota. What's in South Dakota, Yolanda?
Ooh, I forgot she stay in South Dakota. I'm not going up there to South Dakota. You the only black person there, Yolanda.
I'm done. Don't do her. Do not do her. Well, if somebody came to South Dakota, where would you tell them to go? What would you be like? Since you here, go here.
You gotta go here. You're gonna have fun here.
You got to go here. Let us know. Let us know, and don't ask us what day to go in Sanford, because go outside of Sanford.
That's usually what I do.
What's in Sanford to do? What's in Raleigh to do? Yeah, What's in Durham? Fayetteville?
Hey, Kevin.
Hello. Mount Rushmore. Forgot about that. Maybe. Sort of, kind of. Not really. All right. As y'all join, please say hello. Do us a favor and share this with your friends, etc., etc. We're going to play our intro video, and then we'll be right up with the shenanigans. What up, TT? We'll be right up with the shenanigans. Here we go.
Welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I am your girl, Miss Chassie B.
And I'm Sunshine. Welcome. I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. I don't even know why. The only time in life, right there in that intro when she soft. But anyhow,
I am in my soft woman phase.
Okay, soft woman phase season. I hear you. Thank y'all for joining. We got some good things to talk about tonight. Some follow up from last week as well. So as y'all join in on what we're talking about this week, please comment. Let us know you're here, etc., etc. Hey Sam, how you doing? Sam. She did say shenanigans. She did. You right. You right here with her, ain't you? You just read it.
Thank you, Kevin. If don't nobody else got my back, Kevin got my back.
Yeah. All right, we always start with a foreplay. And Chassie B is always first. Here we go.
A good Tubi movie.
That makes Tubi look really bad. I'm just saying, I like Tubi, okay? Now, Tubi ain't the best thing in the world. But that probably took it down about 3 notches.
She said,
I can act like that.
Running out there with that knife. I was like, what in the world? I promise you, we are going to make a Tubi movie this year. There's not going to be a plot. There's not going to be a director. Everybody can do whatever the hell they want to do. I'm just going to have my phone and record it, and then we're going to throw it on Tubi. It's going to go up.
Done. Tierra, if you try one, please get a suggestion from me. Do not go with Chassie B.
I done watched some good Tubi movies now. Doggone it. Tubi got some good movies up there.
Tubi do got some good movies, but that was not a good reflection of Tubi. I mean, they got some ratchet movies now. Don't get me wrong. You get what you pay for. We don't pay them down. So I'm just saying. But that was terrible. Deezy said, Acrimony, no. We said we was going to talk about it this week, Deezy. So we got this. We're going to do what we said we were going to do. He said, what in the Tubi is this? Boy, Michael Myers has nothing on her, that part. Facts. Oh, he said he get on Tubi right now. See? He got one locked and loaded. He was part of Freddy Krueger. She made Freddy look like the best actor in the world now. She
like, girl.
She literally said, what is that?
And then that whole knife thing. Like, she was running with a knife. Like,
you remember the Spike Lee movies where he used to have the scenes where the people, the area would stop moving, but the people would be gliding?
No.
You don't remember that in Spike Lee movie? Come on,
I'm not a Spike Lee fan.
Oh, well, that kind of will remind me of when the scene kind of stops and you just see somebody.
My brother would be mad. She would be mad.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. Now I got to get her to watch a Spike Lee movie. Come on now. He got some hits under his belt. Okay.
I know.
He got some hits. All righty. That's her foreplay. I only got one little. He said that was a hell of a foreplay. It was something. I only got one little thing. You know it's tax time.
Yes. I ain't getting shit, but yes.
So I just wanted to. I didn't say this now. Don't come for me. I'm just showing what somebody posted as a word of advice. Okay, you got my disclaimer. You got it. All right. They said before you buy her with your tax refunds, buy some tires because they bought too.
Buy both.
I don't get a tax refund, so I don't know what that's like no more.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna cry this year. I don't usually get a lot anyway because I don't let them take out money from me throughout the year because I rather pay my bills throughout the year than get one big check at the beginning of the year. Right. So I don't usually get a lot of money. But this year I know I already know. Look,
And last year tricked me because they thought they had me thinking I was gonna get some money. I got excited. I done said my little testimony in the church and everything. We usually this year we getting back. I ain't get a time. RS was like, let me see here.
We're gonna go back to 2017, baby.
It was like, no, you thought you, all right. 6 years ago. I'm like, I ain't never in my life. Now you ain't said nothing about them taxes for 6 years.
Girl, Trump out of office.
You owe me some money. Soon as you owe me some money.
They weren't worried about the taxes when Trump was in office.
I ain't touching that. I ain't touching that. He said, I thought I was about to see a hood set scene. He started shooting in the house. Hey, at least they paid good money on the sound effects because the gunshot sounded real. You know, they did
decent with that with the sounds.
That, but that acting was terrible. She need to be fired. 5 year tax season. Where the 600 at? 600. I don't know. Bald and all of black or be black. Don't cover us.
Don't be coming for me because once I went and got my oil changed, that man came out there. He said, "Come here." I said, "What?" He said, "Look at this oil. Look at it." He said, "This don't make no sense."
Looking at you like a daddy. Like, can't let my queen go out like this. Okay, I can't let my queen.
Said, don't you ever let this shit happen again.
We might be letting our tires be bald, but it ain't because of tax money. It's just because that's low on the totem pole. Don't come with us. Lord, I do get my oil change now. I was a woman that did get the oil change. I ain't gonna lie. Like be 8 months, then you wonder why I started putting a little bit.
Don't know what's going on. Time to trade in the car.
He said, I don't have to pay. That's nice. They don't be happening over here. Women need to go get full tune-ups, not just tire. Hush.
Hey, don't come for us.
Yeah, y'all need to buy new sheets for your bed, but you don't. Had them same sheets for 8 years and washed them 4 times.
Not 4 times. I hope they wash them.
Only reason why I said it because I literally seen a post today. It was like, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like scientific. A study showed that men only wash their sheets. It said 50-something% of men only wash their sheets once a quarter or something like that. And it said the other half said they don't remember the last time they washed them. That's the only reason why I said that. I don't know if it's true now. Don't come for me. I'm just saying what I seen. Y'all man, let me know if I'm wrong.
Oh my God.
Ever said you should buy the hair during Black Friday or around Christmas. Buy the tires at tax time. Duh, it's all about time. And I know that's right.
Exactly, T.
You better make some sense. You better make some sense out of it. He said, don't do Trump like that. He kept us all. He didn't keep me paid. I don't know what that means. Kev said the most I get in the past 10 years was 14 cents from federal and 13 cents from state.
You got something from state. You got something from state. Who you know at state that you get money back? I always have to pay state. If North Carolina don't do nothing else, they gonna make you pay some damn taxes.
North Carolina is trash, really. I don't know why people like to live here, but we trash in many areas. I'm just saying. Donald said, hey, Donald.
Hey, Donald.
He said air filter be air, no filter. Hush your mouth. What we selling today? That's what we selling. Brake pads and standards predator. I'm about to kick you out.
What?
Then you be sad when it blows out. Hush your mouth. Car putting a barely crack. What? Car putting and barely cracking.
Putting.
All right.
Putting and barely cracking.
Oh, putting. See, I don't even know what that means. My car don't put. I buy new sheets every 2 months. See? But you don't wash them, so you prove my point right. Now I'm just playing. Nah, come in. Go ahead. You better get your new sheets. That's their rich people stuff. New sheets. Is it? How much money? What's the thread count? Let me know. He said we have same sheet, same shower curtain, and same pillowcase.
By DC.
Trash. He said I changed mine weekly. Well, there you go. That's false. I guess he's saying that's false. That's false. Hey, I was just saying what they said. I don't know. That's what the internet said. Okay. Don't talk about our sheets. What about them spark plugs out there under that hood? Do new cars have spark plugs? I don't know. Anywho.
Listen, when my car starts acting up, you want to know what I do? Trade it in.
And see, her Vicky was picking on me because I used to be the person. I need new tires. Well, time to go trade.
Especially ain't nobody about to buy no tire. Ain't nobody about to buy no tires. Trade this car in.
Inspection due on the 30th. If I get 15 days after, that means I got 5 days to find a car.
Right.
I used to be ratchet. I done came a mighty long way, okay? No matter. Long way.
That's what she just said, Deezy. We don't get inspections. We just trade.
We just trade.
It's about time for me to trade.
I can't. As soon as a woman gets a car, it's on dead road from day one. It is not. Don't do this. He said, I must have used Bing, not Google. He said, this is why we need each other. She can ride good and I can sleep fresh. I know that's
exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're talking about, partnership.
Yes, okay. Come pick up my car, take it to get the oil change, the inspection, get some tires and all that kind of stuff. Fill up the car, do all that.
That's right. I make sure the sheets are clean. You got some food in your belly, okay?
Fresh towels.
You ain't got to even get a towel with these kids. No, I ain't say all that now. Ain't nobody doing all that.
I want a towel warmer. I want one. I'm gonna get one.
Man, I cannot. All right, that's our foreplay. Whew, I didn't know that was gonna take it. I didn't know that was gonna make it go that far. Don't none of it be good but the seat. Such a mouth.
Sometimes those be if you got kids.
That better have some leather. Don't have no cloth. I had to learn that the hard way too.
Listen, my kids, they messed up the leather too. My kids is hood ratchet.
Not Bojangle box. For me, it's shoes. Now you might find about 82 pair of shoes in there.
Mine is coffee. You find a coffee cup.
Or 2 or 10.
50.
Yeah. I can't. All right, you ready for your ratchet theater? Y'all ready for a ratchet theater?
Yes, ratchet theater.
You ready for the ratchet?
Hello. This is another week of people don't have anything but audacity. Hey, bro, you think I could get another 1,000 to help me pay rent for May that is coming up? I thought I paid your rent. I thought your rent was $500. Nah, man, I got rent, car payment, electric, and water bill, and I need to feed my kids. Sorry, man, I can't spare any money right now. I've already helped multiple people, and I still need to make sure I have enough to take care of myself and my parents. I thought we were cool. Look here, I really need it so I can feed my kids, or we might be homeless. I know you make enough because I see you driving nice cars. You have a nice place. It takes me 2 weeks to make my rent. Probably only take you a day or two. Your work to help you pay for your rent and stuff. I already gave you $500 last month with no strings attached for you to keep because I wanted to do something good. At best, I can send you $100 Safeway card to use to buy food for your kids, but you're going to have to figure the rest out. Nah, man, I need more than just that. You want my kids to become homeless? Come on, bro. Do me one favor, please. I know you have the money. Stop being selfish. Dude, no. Whatever. Are you going to send that $100 Safeway card so I can feed my kids? After all that, no. Go figure it out. No, you feed. Ugh, got tongue tied. No, after all that, go figure out how to feed your kids. Your responsibility. There you go again, my nigga. Being selfish. And see.
Lord, I done removed myself all the way. That was better than Tubi, girl. You better go ahead. We need to put that on the film.
Thank you.
You didn't do this or nothing. You didn't do none of that. I'm just playing. Oh, look, Deezy said the truth. Your story sounded like a Tubi, ain't it? Ain't it though? What is wrong with people?
That's what I was about to say. Let's just discuss this conversation that these people had. Why is it my responsibility to make sure that your kids are not homeless?
Right.
To the point that you are calling out, oh, you got this, you got that. Why are you pocket watching?
Right. We literally just said that last week. Like, why people pocket? Well, you don't know people's stories. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what bills they got. You don't know nothing. And even if they ain't got nothing, even if they got the money, they ain't obligated to give it to you.
Right. You had the kids. The kids popped out of your coochie and your balls, not the other person.
Wow. Andy.
Why you got a Christmas cup? I got that exact Christmas cup too. We must have got it from the same place.
It came from work.
Oh yeah, that's exactly where it came from.
But don't judge me. Sam, she ain't gave me my cup yet. That's why I'm using the Christmas cup. She ain't gave me my cup yet.
I got mine.
But yeah, I just don't. I don't know why people think people owe them something is beyond me. If we never get out 40 acres in a mule, why you think people gonna be out here paying your rent?
Right. Did you know they was trying to give this is off topic, but kind of on topic. But in California, they trying to pass a law where which I doubt is gonna go through, but they're trying to give Black people their land or money to compensate for the land. I don't think it's gonna be like 40 acres worth of money, but it's supposed to be like a couple $100,000. But the way that they're spending it is they're supposed to be trying to combat homelessness, but they're only going to give it to the Black community.
It's probably going to be so much red tape, and you probably going to have some paperwork that ain't nobody got or some proof that nobody got.
Right.
Because the people who was here then, and most of them ain't here no more. It sounds like me is one of them things where they just trying to make it look like they trying to do something that they ain't really going to do. It's just going to be stupid. That's what it sounds like to me, because that's the trend of the United States of America. They really want to combat homelessness. They would put enough programs out there to help people stop being homeless.
Child, and stop building houses in Sanford, North Carolina that people cannot afford. Every new housing development or whatever they putting up, they claim is to combat homelessness, but people that work 40 hours a week can't even afford that shit. So stop it.
I went with a friend today to look at apartments and houses and stuff, and this is what they got: apartments and houses, ranging from 1,000 and up, and the ones that's range from like 1,000 to 1,400, they're the classic ones. And at first they kept saying classic. We was like, oh, okay, classic. It just means it ain't been renovated.
Like, this is
the audacity.
This is all the same molding from 1978 that we put in. This is the same floor, the same carpet, but we are expecting $1,400.
We expecting $1,400. You ain't changed this place in 22 years.
Girl, they done went up on my rent again. I'm looking for a house. I got a letter the day before yesterday that they going up on my rent again.
Wow, that's ridiculous. But anywho, that's off topic. I don't know. How do we change the trend of people thinking that they owed something? Do we just stop helping them altogether? Is that the fix?
No, because
I ain't saying it is. I'm just throwing some questions out there because I really don't know how to get people to see that you got to work for things in life and that don't nobody owe you nothing.
No, I don't know, because I feel like a lot of people do work. A lot of people that need the help, they do work. They just don't make the money. Income, not income. What's the thing? Salary, wages, are very low, and everything else is going up. Food, eggs is $100 for one carton. This egg thing still bothers me because I love eggs. But I feel like if it was more help from the government, or they do something to stop raising prices as high as they are, then it would be easier for people. But they still wouldn't take the obligation. People's feeling like they're obligated to help. Right. I don't know.
Right. Because there's a difference in going to your friends and asking for help and being okay with whether they can help you or not. And if they do help you, it's a blessing. If they can't, hey, we cool. I asked, I needed it, you didn't have it. Let's move on. It's a difference in that. Then be like, I know you got enough money. I mean, look at your car.
Look at your car. You don't know what I had to do to get this car. Might have to do something strange for some change to get this car.
No, it's not. It's just the audacity. And a lot of people's viewpoint is people do get help. They just don't use it right. Now, I ain't saying that's always the case, because I know a lot of people. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. It's plenty of people out there who actually do try, and they just hit with one thing after another, and they don't know how to navigate it. There is people out there like that, but it is some people out there who just ain't doing nothing with it either. So it's like, how do you balance it on your end when you're trying to be the person to help? Right. You can't help everybody, but you also, in reality, really want to help somebody that's trying to help themselves. Right. But a lot of people who are actually comfortable with asking, not people who just ask you when they absolutely need it. When they're actually comfortable with asking, most of the time they ain't doing right. they buy stuff ain't got no business doing. They spending money when they don't need to. Like, you got new Jordans and your light bill past due. Like, let's just be real.
We were supposed to do this is many moons back. We were supposed to do a beach trip. It was supposed to be like a family beach trip, and I wasn't gonna go because I was like, I really can't afford it. I can't go down there and like really enjoy myself with the money that I have. Tell me why somebody reached out to me and asked me, could they borrow some money since I wasn't going to the beach, for them to go to the beach? Why does that make sense? If I'm not going, you don't need to go. Why would I give you money for you to go and enjoy yourself? And I already said that I'm not going to go because I know I'm not going to enjoy myself the way that I want to, because my funds ain't funded the way that they are.
Said your funds ain't right, but they thought you was going to get them the funds that ain't right.
Like, you give me what you was going to pay for the hotel. My nigga, I'm not going because I don't want to pay for the hotel.
The audacity. Like you said, the audacity. He said, give it to a Chassis B. I don't remember. We so far behind. I don't remember what you was referencing, Sam. I'm sorry.
Oh, the cup.
Oh, the cup. Yes, please. Yes. No. And then she had the audacity. Speaking of audacity, messaged me at 9 o'clock. Told me, I'm bring it to you right quick. You can't be on time when you at the cross.
8:45. I sent that message at 8:45.
I responded at 9. You right. These say, I don't care what you think I owe you. I'ma tell you, but no. California passes most laws first because they have the biggest government, then the rest of us follow. Well, that might be true. Ain't California
they're more liberal? They're more laid back.
Yeah, they is a little more laid back. But again, I need to see the fine print. I feel like it's so much red tape, it ain't even gonna matter. I really do.
It would be nice. And if I find out that it is gonna pass, I'm moving to California. I got family in California. Baby, I would be.
That's all right. I can't afford to live in California. Not with these
I'm gonna give my money and I'm gonna move right back.
Not with these. You got to get out there first. I better deposit out there $3,000.
They gotta have their house is big enough that I can live with them.
And I can't be naked when I want to be. You know, man, they ain't passing no like that. Kill your. And as soon as you get approved, right, something gonna happen. All of a sudden, you're gonna get the COVID variant that ain't even came out yet.
There's a new COVID variant. It's called "Kill all the niggas that got the money."
He said been done knocked you off when they approve you. That part. I don't want no 40 acres on the gonna have bad luck and the land wouldn't be worth a dang. You probably right. Probably won't even settle. Can't even get no house on it.
Right.
Got dead bodies under it.
Can't even put a porta potty on there. Like, the land too weak to even hold a porta potty.
He said change the trend and stay away from them. I mean, it might be true. He said eggs $1,500. Eggs is high. Let's keep track of what you gave them, and if they are using them poorly, show them where you are. Cash App and Venmo will do it for you.
I guess, but I feel like people that are entitled, that ain't gonna matter to them. They're gonna be like, okay, you sent it, but
he literally just asked dude for $500 before, and the dude gave it to him and said no strings attached. I ain't looking for it back or none of that. That was enough. You can at least wait a quarter for you ask for some more.
Do it once every 3 months.
You know.
I ain't gonna hit Paul up again because Paul just gave us $500. Hey. Let me go hit Miss Diane up for $500 this month.
Yeah, right. People don't help. They want you to parent them. I'm good. Some people do.
That's true.
Do. Might bust a trick or two at the state house for that car. I'm done. I'm done with that. But I'm helping people who helping themselves. I'm a hermit crab. I stay in my shell. I got family to help. That's facts. Ted said, well, when he pressed a friend, it kind of worked because he offered him some money after when he said no. So people do that because it works sometimes. That's facts.
That's true. That's 100%
trying to make you feel bad, especially when they try to put the kids in it.
I am one of those out. They be like, my kid is hungry. I was like, fuck.
People do me like that. Your kid's hungry? Okay, what time you gonna be home? I'll drop some bags off.
Now I have sent groceries. I had this lady hit me up one time and she said that she needed some groceries or whatever. And I was like, I will order the groceries for you. You send me what you want. Send me what you want to eat for the week. I went through. I was like, they don't need this. They don't need that. They don't need this. And I did like the whole Walmart pickup order. I told her what time to go to Walmart and pick up her food and all that stuff. And she was very grateful for it, but I still feel like that she was trying to get some money out of me. Well, but then she was like, I might as well go ahead and get this food.
Some people are like, I didn't ask you for that. You don't trust me. Then they start getting salty. I mean, I didn't even ran into a couple of homeless people in the street. They be like, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, I'm McDonald's right here. You want me to go get you something? No, I'll get the cat. No, that's all right. You ain't hungry.
Oh my gosh. We had this dude, me and my cousin, we're going to have to get from the subject, but me and my cousin, we was in Greensboro one day and this man was on the side of the road. And he was like, I'm hungry. I don't usually keep cash on me. I always have a card. So I think together we was able to like scrape up like $4 or $5 between the change and stuff and the dollars that we had in our pocket. So we gave it to him. He said, what the hell I'm gonna do with this? I said, McDonald's is across the street, sir. You could go get you a McDouble and a fry and a water if you're that hungry. He was like, I don't want no McDonald's.
The audacity. He told me to go back up to what he asked you, but I ain't seen it.
What I asked Chastity about her theater character.
All right. Oh, you talking about is it a drug dealer or a doctor, Medicaid or a crackhead? What you talking about?
That was a sugar daddy or Section 8. I am not
Medicaid folk like that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna move on. He know what we do for a living. We ain't gonna do that. Okay.
We love our Medicaid recipients.
That's right. They the reason why my lights the government the reason why my lights on. But that's neither here nor there. That's too funny. Mule gonna have a bad back. Stop. The government doesn't have any more land that's not theirs to give away. They got some deals they can make here. What about all these businesses who be getting away with stuff?
Right.
All these taxes, all these rich folks ain't paying taxes and stuff, and people like me out here struggling.
I can't wait till I get rich enough that I ain't gonna pay taxes.
I cannot. He said bread basket gives free food every day at 12 noon. That's true. That's also a shelter here too. It gives out food as well. I mean, there's resources. The problem in that is that they ain't got no way to get there, and people like us are scared to take them. And I'm included in it. I volunteer all the time. But I ain't gonna say I'm just gonna randomly pick up somebody and take them to the bread basket. Because I don't know what's going. The world is crazy.
Right. I ain't got time. Be in my car trying to kill me. Then I have to
Right.
fight for my life because
Right.
I'm trying to be nice.
Right. Exactly.
I'll go get the food and bring it back to you. Stay right here. Which I've done that before. I told somebody, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get you some food. I'll be right back. Stay
Right.
here. Do not move.
You come back, they gone.
No, they were still there.
Well, that's good. That's good. All right, you ready to jump into Acrimony?
Yeah, let's do it.
Acrimony. So last week we said we was gonna go back and watch Acrimony, which I literally watched it before I got on tonight because that's the only time I had. Which I had seen, a couple times, but I needed to go refresh my brain. But of course, unless you live on the rock, Acrimony is a Tyler Perry movie with Taraji P. Henson and what's the guy name? Lyric Bent. And they met in college. They got together, whatever. They got married. He was a very smart, intelligent person. Worked on this invention for almost 20 years. And by the time he did, he done spent up all her money and all her time, and they got divorced. And then finally he hit, and she got mad. That's pretty much the black synopsis of the movie. That's the black version of the synopsis of it. But first I wanted to look at what acrimony means, which the movie actually gives definitions for each of the words that they show, because it actually shows quite a bit of words during it. But the short version of the definition of acrimony is bitterness or having ill feelings. So finger pointing, having a bitter taste about someone in your mouth, etc., etc. So a lot of the things that people argue with about this movie is who is wrong. So, we gonna figure out who is wrong in the end. We ain't gonna bust out on who wrong. We gonna talk about it, and then we gonna decide after the conversation who we think is wrong. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So the movie opens up. They bump into each other. She had a little attitude or whatnot. Long story short, her mama ended up dying. He ended up showing up at the house. Then they got together. How did you initially feel about them when they met and collide? They literally collided and met. What did you initially feel about their relationship at that time before all the shenanigans started happening?
Cute.
Right.
Oh,
look at
always. They're so cute. Cute.
Yeah, they seem like the typical whatever couple that met each other in college, fell in love, blase. But the actual movie actually opened up with her already being sentenced to therapy pretty much, and she's saying this is how he got me. He knew I was weak, and he came after me. He came after me at my lowest time just because he knew. But I actually struggle with whether his intent was bad initially, because watching it tonight, when they initially met, he didn't know about mama. He didn't know mama was going to leave her money. He didn't know how much money she had, even if you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like he met her like, oh, she rich. Let me go after her. I didn't get that feeling. What about you?
I didn't get that feeling. Does it happen? Some people have done it. They be like, ooh. They like, let me look through the obituary. Oh, Miss Bertha May died. Let me go check. Tasha real quick. Like, So there are people that do that type of stuff. I don't feel like that was his intentions in the actual movie. But my thing is, if you know you are at a weak point, don't date. Like, or try to cut yourself off from dating, because I know it's kind of hard sometimes. But right. But I know, like, whenever I was at my weakest point last year, like, I cut everybody off. Everybody, everything. Like, people would hit me up, shut it down. I ain't got time. Shut it down. I ain't got time. Like, I'm trying to work on me, and I ain't trying to work on me and digest whether or not does he like me, does he not like me, and all this kind of stuff. Like, I am at a low point. I'm not dating. I'm not entertaining any of y'all. So
Right.
you have to learn how to do that. You can't let anybody swoop you up because you at a low point, which that happened to me. That's why I got Biscuit.
This is very true. A lot of times when you in those moments though, you may recognize that you are in a low point in your life, but if somebody nice comes along, even if it's just a friend, it ain't gotta necessarily be a boyfriend. If somebody nice comes along, they saying the right things, they consoling you when you're down, you know what I'm saying, and somebody you can lean on, it's easy. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
it's easy to do. It's easy to do.
I said it happened to me, but I was smart enough at one time to cut it off, but I also fell victim to it.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. And so the word that first come out to me when I even just think about the movie, and it's a word that we use a lot on this podcast, is accountability.
Ooh.
Oh, here she goes.
I ain't going. Wait, because you said.
She goes. The word I thought about is accountability. Both of them need to take accountability of what they did wrong when they were dating. And I feel like the whole time, because the whole movie, she kind of narrating in the background what was going on when the movie was. Look at him, look how he doing, look. And then even in towards the end of the movie, when the therapist was like, "Well, what?" The therapist had asked a question surrounding like, "What if he really did mean good? What if he really did mean well?" And things of that nature. And the things kind of just happened. Would that change your viewpoint? And she was like, "So what you trying to say is I was wrong and I wasn't wrong." Like, she wasn't accountable at all.
And two people can be 100% wrong in a relationship and also be 100% right in a relationship. So you have to take like the accountability, even though what am I trying to say? So they're together.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that this, after the fact, you figure out this person is probably somebody that I probably shouldn't have been with at all whatsoever. It was toxic from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I thought that I was doing everything right, I probably wasn't, because I was probably triggering that person. I was probably the reason why this person did what they done. And then after the fact, you look back and you do your self-reflection and you have to take accountability of, oh, okay, I probably shouldn't have done this in the relationship. I probably shouldn't have done that in the relationship. Am I saying that I'm 100% wrong? No, because usually women are not.
I can't. Sometimes women is strong and wrong. Don't let her fool you. We strong and wrong. Okay.
Me, I'm not. I'm never
Girl,
wrong.
bye. Girl, bye. So fast forward a little bit, and one of the things that I wanted to highlight is she supported him. So the good thing about him was that he was very ambitious, he was very determined, he was super intelligent. So, and he was I think he actually did have a kind soul. You know what I'm saying? So two things can be true. Somebody can be very kind and mean well, but also be manipulative without even realizing it. I feel like people think when you if you can be a manipulative person, you all of a sudden you doing it on purpose and you bad and you know better. And that ain't always, because Deezy made a lot of comments, but one of the things was,
I feel like
one of the comments he said is that she had a bad upbringing and blase, but actually she had a better upbringing than he did. His daddy was in prison, his mama wasn't nowhere to be found. He literally didn't have a stable residence. He was living in that trailer because he had nowhere to go, no money, no job. Like, literally, he had everything against him. Right. Which is why he probably felt, I ain't gonna say why he fell in love with her, but that's probably one of the reasons why he did, because he felt comfortable and safe and loved and supported. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether he did everything right within the process to try to make the dream, I ain't gonna say. He did a lot of wrong too. A lot of people just try to blame her. Fact of the matter is, she was crazy. I ain't taking that from her. The heifer was crazy. But everybody got their breaking point too. Everybody got their breaking point too. Say it. Fast forward a little bit. She was supporting him on his dream and pushing him, and she even had actually helped him name the device that he created because he was calling it Gale Wind, and she was like, are you saying that it's strong or whatever?" And she was like, "Well, maybe you should call it Gale Force." And he was like, "Yeah, I like that, Gale Force Wind." He never, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was actually really supportive to the fact that she done got this money. She helped that man stay in college. She moved that man into her house. She paid all the. She dropped. I'm assuming she never finished college because I never heard them say that they didn't show her graduating or nothing.
Right.
She put a mortgage on the house that was paid for to support his dream. Like, don't act like she just was out here just letting this man not be great. I guess is my point. That's like,
no, she was stupid.
I would. I literally looked at my husband and say, "I would never." I got your back, but I ain't got nobody back like that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Putting a whole second mortgage on a house that's paid for?
That's paid for.
Ooh, make my chest hurt.
That's paid for. And yeah. So I see y'all comments. I'm not ignoring them. I'm just trying to make it through. So we ain't on here till 1 o'clock in the morning. So even after that, she helped him with the name. She was pushing him to live his dream. You know what I'm saying? She was helping him stay in college. One of the things that I was trying to pay attention to was that he never asked her for anything. Like, came out and said, "Hey, I need a car. Hey, I need money for college." He kind of done this thing where he kind of mentioned it, and then she was like, "All right, I'll take care of it." Who was wrong?
So I fuss at my kids a lot of times with their roundabout ways of asking me things.
Facts.
Because they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, I'm so hungry. Do you want something to eat?" Mm-hmm. Yeah. So say, "Mama, can we get something to eat because I'm hungry?" They like, "Okay, I'm hungry. Can I get something to eat?" So I feel like throwing things out into the environment sometimes is a roundabout way of asking for help.
Facts. And that's the thing that, like, me and my husband literally was going back and forth about it. I was like, literally, no, he never came out and asked her, but if he always took it with no problem. Like, most men I know, they gonna allow their woman to help them. And I'm not saying that, but I'm getting insurance money. I mean, I got this insurance money, and I can't see my husband, for example, being all right with me just writing a $72,000 check. These bathroom bakes. I can't see a good self-respecting man. I ain't saying they won't take the money. I'm saying just being like, "Okay, she wrote it. Let's move on and live on life and still not work and still not pay no bills and be okay with it." Now, all y'all writing these comments, y'all saying y'all be all right with it. Y'all be all right with just the woman just willy-nilly, just pretty much taking care of you for 18 years. I know a lot of people go straight to the end of the movie where he finally did make it and he finally did pay her the money and blase. Y'all saying y'all will make it 18 years. 18 years. Some of us can't make it 8 months. But y'all gonna make it 18 years? I'm just saying, we're being okay with a woman supporting and taking care of you.
I'm gonna say it right now. 8 months, I'm out.
Look, he said ain't no woman taking care of me, but that's exactly what she did. She literally was working 2 jobs
for 18 years.
Support them for 18 years.
And gave up a whole mortgage. Shoot, sorry.
And they lost the house. I mean, he got it back, but I'm like, we so focused on the end result. Like, we got to realize 18 years. That's a lot of time. You don't just get over that with one check wrote. Now, whether she should have moved on or not, she probably should have. I mean, they done divorced. She asked for the divorce. She was crazy. I'm not taking none of that away. But I'm saying 18 years, sis.
Right. I wouldn't have done it that long. Wow. Like, I feel like if if I'm ever in a situation where I can like help somebody that much, I'm only gonna do it for a little while, and then after that, I'm cutting the ties. Like, I'm not going to sit here and keep giving you everything, and you're not giving me anything back in return. Because so I feel like that she wanted the money back in return versus
she did. She wanted the life. If you really paid attention to it, she was going after him for the money, but she was upset that she invested all of her life pretty much to him, and now somebody else is living it.
Somebody else is enjoying it.
Right. It was never about the money for her. Let's be clear. It was never.
She raised that man. And then he went out there,
man, and she didn't get none of the best parts.
And gave everything else to another woman. I understand it, damn it. I done sat here and I'm stuck beside you. I done said, that's a good man, Savannah. I'm going to stick beside him. And then you going to leave me for this other woman and give her everything that I wanted.
He technically didn't leave her for the other one.
I know.
Let's be clear. But I'm not gonna say I'm saying, like I said, I agree that she had some mental issues, and they even try to diagnose her at the end of the movie with the mental issues. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm not taking away from the fact that she had some issues and she needed to get them worked on. So I just want to make that clear. But if I was a woman who did all that for 18 years,
I'm not doing
ain't no telling what the word I do.
It's a ripper.
I would know.
18 years.
All right, let me see if I can go through some. I'm gonna show some of these.
Child,
I'm gonna show all
it's
of them.
It's so
just
many.
Just the pull. I'm pulling from.
But friend asked what movie it was. It's Acrimony.
Oh, Acrimony. We talking about Acrimony.
I did see that.
Yeah. Oh, she came from an effed up background. Oh, yeah, I think I already touched on that. He loved her, but he was born and she got bored. I don't think so. They linked up when the man with a little meat was unhappy. Stop. You being so one-sided, Deezy. She loved her sisters and them lame boyfriends for her to leave, and all they was frustrated. No. So let's touch on first of all, before we touch on the family, let's touch on the fact that he got a big red flag whenever, he was cheating on her. But let's be clear. He cheated on her. She knocked over a whole dang trailer with her vehicle. Why are you surprised she crazy? Let's talk about that.
Why you surprised? I just showed you my crazy side. Why are you surprised?
That was your early sign. If you would have prayed to the Lord and said, Lord, give me a sign, that was it.
Me like that kind of stuff.
Why you begging her to stay? I love you, baby. I don't want to lose. I'm sorry. I know I was wrong. Why? Why he do it? Why he stay? Deezy. You talking about she could have left? He could have left. Let's be clear. And it was so bad that she ended up messing herself up so bad that she couldn't even have kids.
She did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she messed herself up so bad that she couldn't even have kids. Can you imagine the mental trauma just from that alone?
I can't, because I'm not that crazy. I hope I'm not. I don't think I would ever be that crazy.
Never say never. I don't think you would either, but it was pretty.
It might happen. If it does, it does.
It was pretty. And even during that scene, even though she never really took accountability for her part as far as their relationship and staying in it and blase, she said in that scene, I know something ain't right with me. When I get angry bad. And things go left real quick. And then even the sister reverends, you always do this when you get mad. So they was, it was being said that someone right with her early in the game. And everybody just let them live life like it was all right.
Child, you know how the black community, they don't want to say that you have a mental illness. They be like, oh, you get like this whenever you get mad. Mm-hmm. Child, that's a whole mental illness.
It is.
I hear acting that's crazy.
Let me read a few more comments, then we'll move on. He said if she felt the 20 years was away, she should have took the money. But it wasn't about the money, Deezy. It never was about the money. It was about the promises that he made to her that he didn't keep. Now, did he make it to that promise at the end? One day he did. By the grace of God and the sweet communion of the Holy Spirit, he made it. But within that 20 or 18 or 20 years, he promised her the life that he ended up giving this. I mean, he wasn't
else.
wrong in that matter. Like, let me be clear.
Right.
He was never wrong for moving on. She the one asked for the divorce. So he wasn't wrong for moving on and falling in love and getting married and getting pregnant. He wasn't wrong for none of that. But if you look at it from two different points of views, even though hers was her view was skewed,
her view was crazy.
Her view was very skewed. I mean, that's got to be rough to see. It's got to be rough to see. It can't be easy,
right? I mean, I can imagine if I'm with somebody for a certain amount of years and I'm like taking care of them or helping them, and I'm never getting back what I'm putting out, and then all of a sudden we break up and then you move on and you are giving this person everything that I wanted. I'm going to be upset. Am I going to react the way that she reacted? I hope not.
I pray to the Lord not. I don't chase the heaven down. Understand. I ain't never done the rest of that stuff. Okay. I ain't never done it.
I break into a house, you know.
But, nah, I ain't doing none of that. Okay. We ain't up on the boat, me chopping his foot off. No.
But I can understand like the hurt of, you know, like I gave you all this and you giving this person what I wanted. Mm-hmm. After all this time, this person is getting the only thing that I really wanted. Mm-hmm. So I can understand the hurt.
Yeah, I can too. Chris said, and for the $1 million she spent, he gave her 10. He did. He ended up giving her $10 million and getting her mama house back for her. Handed her the keys. So he did do right in the end. I give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? He did right in the end, but it was a lot to get there, and he was a lot wrong before then. Y'all can sit here and act like he was sweet and kind, and he was doing what he was supposed to do. A man's supposed to be a partner. They was not partnering. They was not partnering. I can't.
I'm laughing at Kevin. He the same guy that was snorting powder in the New Edition movie because it goes together, Kevin. It
don't. He said it was the sister's fault too. So I do want to touch on the sisters. I want to touch on the family. They told her from jump he was after you for your money, especially the older sister. He after you for your money. He ain't no good for you. He ain't got no job. He ain't got no good background. Blase. They told her from. Hold up. Before we even jump in there, I want to mention one more thing. We also forget the fact that he dated her, got with her, fell in love, got married, graduated from college on the money that she gave him to graduate from college. Then when he got job offers and it was time to go to work, oh, by the way, I got a feeling. Let's not forget about that little piece. Okay, we ain't gonna go far into it, but I'm just saying. My point is he went all the way right. Let's just be clear. But anywho, so the sisters, the families, or whatever, they was very strong. They was strong. They was very opinionated. A lot of the times they spoke out when they weren't supposed to. It's all right to be with your sister, be like, hey girl, look now, some ain't right, blah, blah, blah. But they was like literally disrespecting this man in his face with no care in the world. And she was just sitting there looking, because probably they were saying what she wanted to say, but didn't. Just be honest, because that's what we do as women. But they was very strong about he ain't right, always saying he ain't worth nothing, blase, blase. But I wanted to tune to the scene where they found out finally that they were about to lose the house because the mortgage hadn't been paid, blase, blase. And they pretty much went off on him and told him he wasn't crap, blase, blase. And they was going in on him, and they ended up actually trying to help them, even though they was disrespectful and mad. And even though they ended up trying to help him get past so they won't lose the house, he was mad at her for not standing up to him. Do you feel like that was a right feeling?
For not standing up for him?
Right.
How
much involvement can family have even though they right?
Don't tell family your business.
Well, she technically didn't. They found out from the cousin who worked at the bank.
That's true. So that's true. So cousin should have lost her damn job.
That part.
Right. Cousin, you about to lose the job from the bank because while you all up in my business telling what's going on.
My business.
I don't know. I would want somebody to take up for me in that moment. Am I doing everything that I'm supposed to do? Probably not. But obviously, ma'am, you wasn't doing everything you were supposed to do because you should have been paying the bills. You know I'm not working like that. You're the one that's supposed to be covering all of these bills. So if they're going to be mad at anybody, they need to be mad at you. You chose me. I didn't choose you. I mean, well, we chose each other, but you chose to bring me into this house, into this family, knowing my background. So stick up for me. Tell your sisters I ain't shit. I know this nigga ain't working. I know he ain't working. He ain't providing the way he's supposed to. I'm supposed to be providing. I'm supposed to be paying the bills. And I didn't do it. She didn't take accountability for where she lacked it. So I understand it.
Well,
I'm trying to take up for the man.
She's trying to take up for the man
for a little while.
Yeah,
then we'll go back to the woman.
Yeah, this is where I think people go wrong at. Like, he could have been completely wrong. He could have been living completely wrong, but you are deciding to stay with him. So even if you don't have an argument for why he ain't doing right, you could say, he my man, shut up.
I'm going to stick beside him.
Because that's what you're doing. You stick beside him, right? Right. So shut up.
That's your man. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to stick beside him.
And I'm going to stick beside him. End of the discussion. All that side talking and stuff.
He would have like, he's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man.
So I think they definitely went about how they helped her wrong in a lot of ways, but they actually really cared. Because even though they couldn't stand him, they disliked him. They never wanted him to marry her, all of that. They literally put their business on the line to help them keep the house.
Right.
Gave him a job, looking at him every day in his face.
Side-eye. Look at
she was like, I'm helping him. I ain't got to talk to the dude. She literally said that. So I'm like, was they wrong? Yeah, but they was behind her back. Even, they was there for it through thick and thin. They just did it in the way black families do it, which is loud and wrong a lot of the times, but we really care.
Or sometimes they be loud and right, but sometimes you don't have to be loud. You can be right, but you don't have to be loud.
You ain't got to be loud. You ain't got to be loud.
You can be quiet.
You be quiet. Say it to me in the back room. You ain't got to disrespect the man now.
Right.
His own house. I mean, technically, right. They was married, so it was his house. Technically, I guess. Said, so Chaz is saying he was childish and he was also inconsiderate because him not working affected the household that he also lived in as a whole grown adult. Yes, she was still crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you can't live out your dream, boo. Live your dream, but you want to figure out a way to pay for this house too, just like I am. If I can work 2 jobs, you can at least get a job working 3rd shift and working your battery during the day.
You better go.
I may not ever see you. Well, they ain't had DoorDash then, but I may not ever see you. But guess what? My part is being understanding that you got to work at night and work on your dream during the day, and we're gonna make this thing pop.
We're gonna make it popping. Like, yeah, at least do something.
Why does the sacrifice have to be that she literally giving up everything for him? And at least doing nothing.
Pay the cable bill, the light bill,
right,
the water bill, the groceries. Like, do something that I can absolutely say I am not doing everything. He is contributing to the house.
Right.
He wasn't contributing. The only thing he was doing was laying in the bed. And
I ain't even saying it had to be fully half. A lot of women be like, he got to pay his half. I ain't even saying that. If I'm really supporting your dream and you really trying your best to make the dream happen, I just need you to do something. Right. You ain't doing nothing. And he talked her into remortgaging the house and she just real man, be all right. 10 years later. I can't imagine. I can't. Chris said, I feel some type of way. I mean, he didn't work on nothing but his dream. And at the time, his dream wasn't keeping the lights on. Her 2 jobs was. But did the ends justify the means? I mean, I guess I wouldn't have made it to 18 years later to find the means, honestly. Did it really? Emotionally, no. She was tore up from the floor up. Emotionally, was it work? Money ain't everything. People think money, will fix all problems. Money don't fix all problems. It'd be nice to have now. I take a little more, but it ain't everything.
I smile a little bit more when I got the money, but everything ain't.
Everything. Yeah, he did give her 10 million and he ain't leave her. I mean, all of this is facts. He even begged her not to leave. All of that's facts, DZ. Kel said that's real pain, whether that's the case or not. You are not gonna feel like they left you and are giving someone else the life you're supposed to have. That's true.
Right.
Tierra said she should have moved on, then sued for partial ownership. She tried, but it was too late. Then wrote a book about how she funded the lady. Said, I know that's right. Then went back to school. They opened a mental health business. She needed to go to mental health.
She needed the mental health herself. She don't need to open nothing.
But you're right.
A hospital that she can be
in. Even if that would have happened to me, I would have just moved on. And she just for some reason could not move on. Polar tink tink. She went.
Tink.
He talking about she cheated at 18 years old. He cheated at 18 years old. That didn't count. I'm done.
As long as he wore a condom, it did.
You know what? I'm not. I am not. It said, but it sounds like she has anger issues triggered by him. She had anger issues anyway. She said it even in the beginning of the journey. When I get angry, he ain't. What she say? She literally said he ain't met the other side of me. Like she admitted she had anger issues the whole time. I
said it a lot of times.
And even when she would finally told him to get out, he was like, I ain't going nowhere. She was like, you know me, and you know how I am. She was crazy. I'm not taking from the fact she was great. She was great.
You know me. You know. Listen, I'm like that too. I be telling people, y'all, you met me after kids. You should have seen the post. Pre.
Tia said, I don't care if you can pay someone back with just money when they have given you time, energy, or home support, encouragement for 18 years. Thank you, Tia. Say it for the people in the back. I would stand up for him if that was my hubby. Same, me too. I might have been thinking in my head like he ain't crap, but I'm gonna tell him that it ain't your job to tell him that. That's my job.
Y'all be talking about how ratchet Krishan and Blueface is, but Krishan gonna stand up for her man. She ain't even look at her daddy whenever Blueface not her daddy. She walked past that man like he was a stranger in the streets.
That part. Indeed. DC said, my woman better not ever letting people in their family violate me. They shouldn't. Family need to stay in their lane. That's facts. And that's in any situation. I mean, unless you like literally see somebody physically beating someone and emotionally abusing them, you know.
Stay
in your
lane. Lane crosser.
just
so the family knows. They already know I'm a habitual lane crosser.
He said one of the boyfriends did have a baby across town. That is fact. That is fact. Yeah, and she made a comment where everybody know about you talking about the other dude, but I didn't know what that meant to do. Was she trying to say he gay or something? I couldn't figure it out.
Probably so.
I ain't gonna say probably. Most women buy and only gonna see it from one spirit. No prince will be involved. I see it from both point of views. I'm saying they both wrong. That's what I'm saying. They both was wrong.
DZ are being biased and only saying that the woman was wrong when both of them were clearly wrong in this situation.
Right.
And even if they thought they were right.
I don't agree with the she let him not contribute because it should never be a case of nobody not contributing. It ain't about letting somebody. It ain't. I don't agree with that. He said, get upset. I don't feel sorry. I hate that movie. Obviously.
We can tell because you had a lot of commentary about it.
We didn't even get started on the thing that was 22 Tia said if the roles were reversed, I wonder if people would feel like Taraji was wrong. That's fact, honey. That's a whole nother story. I'm late per usual. It's all right.
Hey,
this movie was a prime example when toxic couples go too far. Facts. We literally just said it the other day. You gotta cut your losses. How did you feel she was about to lose the house and the company offered him $800,000 and he turned it down after 18 years? Going on 19 probably at this point. I mean, in the long run, he was right. But in the moment, how would you feel?
So that's what I was about to say. I understand knowing your worth and understanding your worth. However, we about to be homeless.
Literally.
Accept that so that we can at least have somewhere to stay. He said, fuck. DZ, you playing.
You is playing. If you had a house that your mama and daddy worked hard on to keep in the family, you won't be talking about if that house.
Right.
Come on now, let's be sensible.
But yeah. So I feel like I understand knowing your worth, but if I'm about to lose my house or be homeless or whatever, I'm gonna have to be like, all right, let me do this right now, and I can still get to where I want to be. I can still
Yeah.
prove my worth,
Right.
but let me make sure that I have somewhere warm to sleep, cool to
Right.
sleep, a roof over
Right.
my head, lights,
Right.
water. I can piss and shit in peace, eat, and all that kind of stuff. Let me make sure all this stuff is okay.
Right. Right. Which the reality of that is that the company was wrong for offering that little bit of money. They was wrong. That's the reality of that situation. But yeah, I don't. We literally about to lose the one roof we got, and you just turning down money willy nilly.
Not gonna
It
do it.
it was even one scene where they only had like what they had like $27,000 left. What she had, what they had, excuse me, they was married. They had $27,000 left, and he ended up working on his venture so hard that he blew up the whole electrical system in the whole house, and was like, "Oops, sorry." That alone would have had me locked up.
But I would have been locked up before that.
Oops, sorry.
I would have went.
Sorry.
Ooh.
That's all you got, bruh? Ooh, sorry? That's all you got?
No, the heck.
I cannot. Kill said, oh, he said my mama and daddy house wouldn't been on the line again. Her fault. I can't. I'm not reading no more comments from you.
I'm saying my family house wouldn't have been on the line. I ain't saying she is stupid, but
very. But come on,
DC.
Come on, they was
he
married.
was just as bad as her.
They
Get it
was
together.
married. When you get
Bring
married,
it
ain't
in.
me and it ain't you. It's us.
It's us. It was a whole
he wasn't
problem.
He was not using. He's Kev said if you aren't working, you're not in the position to turn down anything. Facts. Ted said Taraja family should have had her committed after she ran that over that trailer. Maybe she couldn't go back to school because she had charges. That might be true too. They didn't tell that backstory, but
she might have
pressed charges. Girl might have pressed charges. That's true.
She might have had a felony too.
And then women nowadays leave you way before you get 1/18 of cash they went through. So stop. That's your experience. You can't base all women on your experience. I be having to tell Chaz to be the same thing. You can't base all men on your experience. Okay? We not gonna do that.
Not just me.
We not gonna categorize all folk together. Cause the folk you mess with ain't right. Okay? That's part of that accountability. You know what's funny? This is off topic, but I actually put this in the thing. Hold on. Where's it at? Oh Lord, I can't find it. Oh, it says I told my homegirl I attract F boys. She was like, "You're a woman, a pretty woman. You attract everyone, and then you choose F boys."
You said that to me, and I was like, it was so funny because me, Brittany, and Toya, we were sitting in the car. I don't know what it was, but anyway, we was just having a whole conversation or whatever about our life and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, you know what? I might like chaos sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't realize that I like chaos, but sometimes chaotic situations is good for me because I can sleep and be okay with the chaotic situation. To me, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. I own up to my stuff, and I'm 100% okay with it.
Yeah, I used to always highlight the bad parts of people, and ignore the good. I did, because it was a trigger for me The uncomfortableness of somebody being a good person was a trigger for me. Which that's a whole nother episode for a whole nother day.
Child.
But it happens.
We can do that. We can absolutely do that.
But I used to be the person like, no, you ain't all this good. Something wrong.
Something is wrong. And I would ask them, what is wrong with you? Are you crazy? Are you bipolar? Did you get sexually abused as a child? Like, something is wrong with you. There's no way that you are this perfect.
I was waiting for the ball to drop. Where the other ball at? Okay.
Okay. They're like, no, nothing is wrong, man. I'm like, I don't like you because this is weird.
Right.
I need a little bit of chaos. Just a little bit. This much.
Yeah. Let's see. He said y'all just said y'all wouldn't. Now y'all changed it up. I didn't change nothing up. I wouldn't have made 10 years. I would not.
You would have done them.
I said I would not.
Oh, I was gonna say I wouldn't either.
Now
we didn't change up shit, Deezy. You wasn't listening because you was only one-sided. We was on both sides of the coin.
We on both
Our
sides.
Our coin was doing this. Yours was doing this. We was like this. We understood where every person was coming from.
Yeah,
now
we definitely understood that. She did not. Let's be clear. We saying she did not have to stay with him. She did not have to spend a dime with him. She was not obligated to do none of that stuff. She was not obligated to stay there 18 years. None of that. Okay, we ain't saying. What's the question?
But which part of her 1 to 18 years commitment y'all could have seen yourselves doing or dealing with? One.
We have done that. I have been the person who stood by someone who wasn't working and I was paying the bills. I've been there. I ain't gonna say a lie to you. I've been that person. I ain't do it for no 18 years. But I done it because I thought I seen the best side of them. I thought they was going to be somebody who was going to get over their hump. That they was going to be somebody, they was in a low place right now, but with a little love and a little support, they was going to be all right. I've been that person. But I ain't do it for no 18 years.
So, and then for me, I did something for somebody that I'm not even in a relationship with anymore. Don't even desire to have a relationship with. I just wanted him to be in his kid's life. And I've done a lot for that. The same things that Taraji did in that movie, I've done a lot for that nigga. I mean, I ain't giving up no house.
You know, you saying that, but I know a lot of people who still married to me and were not even married to him, dating me for a long time. The only difference is they ain't got thousands of dollars to give them, but they still support him and they love him and they cherish him and they kiss the ground they walk on. So don't act like it don't happen. Let's be clear. The only difference is they living on regular money and she had a little insurance money. That's the only difference.
So DZ, he did not win, and she did not
win.
Nobody won in this situation.
Nobody.
The thing is, me and Sunshine, we have worked with a lot of the elderly community, which is the people that stuck together. Mm-hmm. That why are we staying together like our grandparents stayed together? A lot of the times, those women did a lot for those men, and those men did not even do half of what they were supposed to do for those women.
Hey, they ended up. They did pay the bills, but that was about it. Go ahead.
They did pay the bills.
Not saying that's the only thing a woman need. Let me be clear. I'm just saying.
But they did. But they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And then all of a sudden they had this whole oasis moment of, you know what? I had the best wife ever. Why do you feel like you had the best wife ever, Mr. John? Because she did this, and this, and this for me. And I was out here doing this and that. Why did you stop? I had a heart attack. I had a stroke. My penis stopped working.
That happened in real life. It's a real life story.
Real life. Like, this is stuff that happens all the time. A lot of times women go to bat for a whole lot of men that would not even give them a shoulder to cry on. A lot of the times.
And a lot of times women need to just realize that man ain't gonna be what he is and leave too. My point, DZ, is that they both was wrong.
They both was 100% absolutely wrong.
Both was 100% wrong, and we can't sit here and say it was just her. We can't sit here and say she could have just left. She could have just did. She could have just did. He could have not made. He could have just told her from jump. Look, I'm just gonna stay with you so you can pay everything and take care of this and blase blase and whatever and whatever.
Daisy, we're gonna fight. Come sit on the couch.
We are gonna fight.
He said he won in mindset. No, he didn't, because she left him.
Nobody won. Nobody won. Is what the movie came down to. She literally ended up crazy herself on the boat and then shot him and almost cut his whole foot off. Nobody won. Nobody. Mine went right after that. I promise you that. A human, he said, what he said, a human is only going to do what you allow. I don't agree with that either. Not all the times. And everybody mentality ain't the same, Deezy. You seem like a strong-minded person. You can't assume everybody is as strong as you.
Right.
You can't. Here she go again. We're gonna have to fix her. If it was a fifth, we would all be joined. They both wrong. That's facts. If he ain't win because she left, why she attacked? Because she was unstable. I think you confusing somebody's mental instability with the whole. She was unstable. Nothing makes sense to somebody who's dealing with mental issues. Nothing. Does it make their actions right? No. Let me be clear. But nothing can make somebody who's unstable all of a sudden think logically. Nothing. So again, am I saying she wrong? Yes. But unless you're somebody who deal with mental issues, you can't put yourself in their shoes and say she could have just did this and be done with it. You can't. And that goes both ways. It happens sometimes when men go crazy. There's literally hundreds of stories where men shot people and killed people and robbed them and left them and raped them and all sorts of things. Was they wrong in the action? Yes. But you can't do nothing when somebody is off. You just can't. Right. You just can't. We all deal with mental slightly changes. That is true, but everybody doesn't. We all suffer from mental challenges. We don't all deal with them. Let's be clear.
And everybody doesn't deal with it the same way. And I say that because my Christmas, y'all know Christmas is like my favorite time of the year. I love Christmas. Well, I love the holiday seasons from Halloween all the way to New Year's. I love it, but it's like a love-hate thing. But I dealt with a lot, especially whenever it came to like bipolar and understanding bipolar a little bit more. It wasn't me, but it was somebody else that is dealing with the situation, and somebody that actually has bipolar and is dealing with bipolar. I understand it a lot more. But do I understand it at all? No. But I can see where Taraji I can understand Taraji, if that makes sense. But I don't understand it, because to me, it doesn't make sense for somebody in their right mind to make the decisions that she made. Taraji was not in her right mind. Taraji was 100% bipolar in that movie. In that movie, she was 100% bipolar. There are a lot of women and men that are bipolar and deal with a whole bunch of stuff and do these types of things. Everything from the first year all the way to the 18th year to the 20th year. And everybody has a mental illness, but everybody doesn't have the same mental illness. Everybody doesn't deal with their mental illness the same way. Everybody doesn't take their medicine the way they're supposed to. People drink that shouldn't be drinking. People smoke that shouldn't be smoking. People eat things that they shouldn't be eating. So you can't say that everybody just right. Like you can't say that everybody like. So her mental illness state is an excuse. It's not an excuse.
You never heard us say it. No, it's not an excuse. I don't want to put that out there. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying put yourself in her shoes. I'm not saying nothing that she did was right. I'm saying unless you somebody who suffers from it, you can't automatically assume it was an easy out.
Right.
That's all I'm
because
saying.
It's not always an easy out.
It was right. I ain't.
No, Jody was 100% wrong. As we said, Taraji was 100% wrong. Deezy, you're not listening to us.
He just hearing what he want to hear.
You hearing what you want to hear because Jody was wrong and Taraji was wrong.
Everybody was wrong. Is my point. Everybody, you saying nothing that man did was wrong. Nothing at all. You wouldn't even be. You clearly made a statement that you wouldn't let nobody take care of you, but you saying he did nothing wrong.
That's what I was about to say.
The two can't be true. Both of them can't be true. You can't say, "Oh, I would never do that," but he wasn't wrong. And it don't work like that. You got to take accountability. You got to take accountability.
And Tiara, that's a good thing.
Maybe the husband was depressed since we talking mental illness. He had some indicators. Not that I'm qualified to say so. That's facts. He had his own trauma. He literally didn't have no parents or nobody that was in his corner at all. So he had his own traumas. That's why I mentioned in the beginning that he probably did take advantage of her, not even realizing it, because he actually had somebody that was there for him and that believed in him, and he had that from nobody else. Right. He had that from nobody else. If Taraji would have stayed at A&T until I got that, she would have had to deal with him.
Aggie Pride. What year you got at A&T, Kevin? Did we discuss this already?
They both supposed to leave each other, Deezy. When she knocked that trailer over, there was no excuse for him to stay. I'm saying both people got to be accountable. She shouldn't have stayed and take care of him. He shouldn't be surprised that she was crazy. Point blank.
Like, he said, "Oh, this bitch is crazy, but I like it."
They both was wrong.
Oh, 2000. Oh, I went in. Oh, Kevin, you young.
He did say he should have worked or had he said it, but he didn't do it. She said he had, odd jobs, but nothing that actually made any money to pay a bill. What was even the point? Lord damn. If she would have kicked him out, he would have still went on a bit. He would have. Nobody's taking that from him. Nobody's taking that from him. But her peace of mind may have been more intact, and that's actually more important.
Right. And they probably could have got back together. They probably could have got back together after the fact. Deezy, we gonna fight. After the fact, him getting his life together and her just going on with her life. And then after he gets the battery company, it could have been something as simple as she paid his way through college and then they broke up and then they came back together. And he was like, "You know what? You did all this for me. Here's some money. And I'm going to give you the life that you've always desired." You are missing that, Deezy. She desired a life that he was never able to give her.
He never provided her with a actual stable life, which is what he promised. Now, again, if he would have been like, "Hey, I'm just going to be sorry, but I love you," then it would have been what it was. He wouldn't have been wrong at all. If he would have just been like, "I ain't going to work, I ain't paying a damn bill, but I'll be here to love you, though.
I don't want to be with you. I'll lay up."
It would have been what it was. I might chill there now and then. Y'all men don't want to do that, though. Y'all don't want to tell the truth. You don't be like, "Hey, this is what it's
tonight ain't your night."
Tonight ain't your night. Your night is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Let me know where my night is. That's all she was asking. That's it. And she probably still would have took care of everything.
She wouldn't still meet a little meat and been unhappy. I don't agree with that either. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up. Kel said, "I'm telling you, good sex will make you hang around." If she turning over trailers and working all the time, he was putting in the work. Shoot, teach me something, player. I can't.
He was.
I can't. But sex for a woman is different than sex for a man. I don't want to dab all into it, but the whole experience. She even said, I think in one of the scenes she was talking about, he actually holds me afterwards. He like knows every parts of my body. Like all of that matters. Y'all think y'all just got some good peen and out there putting it in somebody. Y'all doing the thing. No, you find somebody who can hit all corners of you and know every part of you and hold you in love and all that.
And rub on you afterwards. Kiss on somebody. Child.
He said, if I gave both of y'all $10 million today, would y'all go on and make? Heck yeah. And she should have done the same. We ain't taking it. We ain't taking. I ain't playing. I ain't putting that last comment. We ain't saying she shouldn't have moved on. Okay, we just saying that you don't know what you do unless you in somebody's shoes and in their mind state. Let me add that to it. You don't know what you would do unless you was in their shoes and had their mentality.
And Taraji was like the movie itself. Taraji as the character was mentally unstable, and he shouldn't have been with her in the first place. Honestly,
that's right. But yeah, would I personally do all that she did? I pray to the Lord not. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what?
Why you keep saying a little meat?
I don't know. Maybe because that one dude, she told him he had a little meat.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
She did say that. D said, I'm not convinced. I leave with my mind where it stands. But hey, one day when you figure it out, that everybody got to take accountability, you will grow as a person. I promise you. It took me a long time to get there. It did. It took me a long time to be like, even though this man was sorry, I allowed him to be sorry. Even though, I felt like I was doing everything right. Guess what? I wouldn't. It took a long time for me to be able to hold myself accountable. And even if you are doing everything right, you got to take accountability for what you did wrong, point blank, period. Everybody ain't nobody perfect. Ain't none of us perfect. All of us are sitting here figuring out this life stuff and ain't got it all the answers, is what I'm saying. At the end of it, he about died. His woman did. No, she didn't die. She didn't die. He was, Taraji died, but no, his woman didn't die. He was reaping what he had sown. He didn't get out unscathed. He didn't. He really did. But no, she didn't get harmed at all, actually. The new woman.
What, Taraji died?
Taraji died. Her foot got caught up in that little whatever that thing is to hold the boat down, and she drowned.
That's right.
And she drowned.
I was hoping that she was gonna make it through. Yeah, I didn't go back and watch the movie. I'm just doing it off of memory. I didn't go back and watch the movie. I was hoping that it was gonna be an Acrimony 2 and she was gonna come back up out that water and be like,
nope, she did.
And then it was gonna be like a Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger type of thing, where she was like,
if it would have done that, Tyler Perry would have been cut off in my book. It'd have been cut off in my book. She said, if someone paid my college tuition, I would feel entitled to stay with them for a few years. Just a few years. Just a few years.
You can pay anything. I don't feel entitled to do anything. You paid it. You paid it. I didn't ask you.
I can't. That's all that matters is that she died and he was good. I don't want to live your life. Your life too rough for me. More power to you, though. More power to you. Captain, y'all heard Missy Elliott. Nobody's perfect, but you're perfect for me, and that's a word. Ain't nobody. That's a whole word. Listen to that. That's a whole word. Come on, Deezy, you gangster, but you married? You in a relationship? We all got something to learn, partner. I am married, and I still got something to learn. Okay, learn something new every day. Still figuring life out.
I'm married too.
I'm married to the kiss. I'm not. And Mary J loved her, Mr. Wrong.
Mr. Wrong, yes. Even though Mary J, she wasn't on crack whenever she made that song.
We don't know that he didn't die. We just assume he did. But the movie went off and he was still alive. So
I thought it was gonna be Acrimony 2. She's gonna pop up out that water and she's gonna have enough like.
Nah, she did, partner. She did. Whew, we made it through barely by the skin of our teeth, but we made it through.
We doing no more movie reviews.
I know, right? These got me over here sweating. Jesus. But everybody got problems is the synopsis of the situation. Let's get help. Let's get therapy. Let's hold ourselves accountable. Let's self-reflect. And let's grow, people. That's the synopsis of it. Let us. He said, Acrimony 2, a woman scorned.
Part 2. And Kevin said part 2 would have been a horror movie. It had to.
Tierra said, let's review Baby Boy next. We ain't ready.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
yes, yes,
All right,
yes,
Baby Boy
yes.
next week, y'all. I guess
Baby
January gonna
boy.
turn into
I am
movie
loving
review.
this. I am
January gonna
loving
be
this.
movie review. Baby Boy next week. Somebody figure out what the movie is the week after.
You're not the real McCoy. Hey. Hey.
You know what the sad part is, though? All of these movies show that Black people need therapy.
And it does. So we're gonna do Baby Boy, and then the week after we're gonna do Love and Basketball, because that shit was toxic. And a whole lot of y'all men be like, "Oh, I like Love and Basketball." Whenever you ask them, what love story they like?
Hey! I like Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball is not a love story.
It is.
No, the hell it's not.
It is a love story.
Okay.
I have to disagree with on it. I had to what was the line? What was the line for the story then? If it wasn't a love story,
it wasn't a love story. What
was it then?
Huh?
What was it then?
A whole lot of this toxic ass black shit that goes on these days.
That goes on with all of our families. It's still people be loving.
It wasn't a love story. I may change my mind, so we're gonna watch it. But next week is Baby Boy. We're touching
next
Baby
week
Boy.
Is Baby Boy. Next week is Baby Boy. He said Baby Boy was childish and Taraji was stupid again. She was.
Don't you keep coming for Taraji?
Taraji's character. Let's be clear. Her character. He said
Taraji was so good.
Basketball. Do it. Ooh, a thin line between love and hate.
Ooh, yes, because Martin was wrong.
You know what? We moving on. Love and Basketball was a terrible movie when they played for his heart at the end. I died. Tierra be laughing at movies that ain't that funny.
Thank you, Tierra.
Tierra, what's the other movie you be watching and you said it's a
Titanic is
a comedy.
Hilarious.
It is not. Something wrong with y'all. Something wrong with you.
Titanic is hilarious.
If it's a love story that they met as kids, got married, and had a kid at the end, that's still love. Still love. Or something old like The Brothers. Y'all seen that? Yeah, we done seen The Brothers.
The Brothers.
Okay. Oh, love don't love me. I don't know though. He done got me on. Whoever got me on the thin line between love and hate. We had to do thin line.
We're gonna have to do a thin line between love and hate. So, wait, is next week Brandy we're doing Baby Boy?
Taraji before Taraji. Yeah, next week Baby Boy.
The next one, thin line.
She thinks Say the Last Dance is a comedy.
Ooh,
I'm like, that is not a comedy. Oh, it is not. Now, is it funny parts? It is, but it's not a comedy. Let's be clear.
It is.
I like Say the Last Dance.
TT, I got you. It's gonna comedy.
He said, "Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking." Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody wasting their brain cells. He said, "Love don't cost a thing." I don't know about that one.
Oh, I like that movie.
I like,
but it will also be a good topic to discuss because, what's her name? Christine Milian. She didn't do Nick Cannon right, and now look at Nick Cannon. He out here got 10,000 kids.
First of all, how you correlating the movie with the real life is beyond me. That's what we're not gonna do. That's what we're not gonna do. Okay. I get mad.
Wait. Okay. Y'all stop putting up wait. Roll bounce.
Hold up. Kel said I'm ready for Baby Boy because that girl from the job was trying to. She was. Well, no, get away from a toxic situation. And he shows that. I don't know about that. She was being toxic by trying to get him out of toxic. Come on. Hold up. Let's save it for next week. Let's save it
We're doing Baby Boy next week. We're doing Baby Boy.
Don't save it. Let's save it for next week.
What day next week y'all want me to come on and do a live streaming of Baby Boy? No, I can't do it.
We already shut down. It. Facebook will have us cut off in 2 minutes.
We discussed that. Okay. Ooh, so everybody watch Baby Boy. Ooh, I love the wood.
You talking about the show?
I'm not.
Love and Hip Hop. We not. It's too many.
I'm not doing Love and Hip Hop.
Temptation was David Ruff and wrong.
That's too long.
What? Oh, Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, no.
Love and Hip Hop was too long, and I'm not doing the Temptations because that movie was too long.
Temptation was good. They both.
But it was too damn long.
Actually,
I'm
David
not
might have
doing
been
it.
wrong in the Temptations. Never mind. ATL. ATL ain't really got no good enough storyline to talk
I
about
love
this.
ATL. I feel like ATL was a good hood love story, but also what the hood actually goes through.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all ain't gonna come for ATL because it was good.
It was good. She said David Ruffin was right. Them people came to see him. Shut up, Tierra.
Ain't nobody come see you, Otis.
David was wrong. David was
We're
out
not
here.
doing what's love got to do with it, because I am a Tina Turner stan. I will fight everybody that is against
you was
Tina.
Turner stan?
I love Tina.
You said stan though.
Fan means like like I stand. I stand. I stand her.
Yeah.
I love Tina.
Is that gonna be another movie where she was wrong because she stayed? We can't go. No, we're not doing love. No, we're not. Harlem Night. Life. Who was wrong? Clyde or Ray?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
We got to write this stuff down. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and write it all down. I ain't writing it down tonight.
Okay, I was about to, but she said that. Since she came for me.
Let us find out. We about to become a movie.
A movie review. It'll be a movie review. Well, one more thing before we go, because you had one more thing on the docket. I had one more thing too, but we can skip what I had. But you had this last thing on the docket. Did you want to discuss it?
Go ahead, because I don't know what it is. But go ahead. Oh. Wait. Oh. I thought I was on my phone. Hold on. Can't see it. All right. So this dude called Frito Bang has been having threesomes with a lesbian couple that is married. They're YouTube stars. He ended up getting both of them pregnant. He is now the father of two from the couple. I ain't mad at it.
You ain't mad at it. It's that toxic stuff. Lord Jesus.
I'm not mad at it. What are we supposed to be mad about?
If all of them good, I'm good.
But what are we supposed to be mad at? If we have to be mad,
then they not lesbians, they bisexual.
But that's true. They bisexual.
So the story wrong, just off gate.
But maybe they initially thought that they were lesbians. They was hurt.
Are we gonna talk about the different ages of these children though?
Right.
So
whenever I initially saw the story, I was thinking that like the kids were like the same age.
Right. I'm thinking he like popped it in like ooh pretty, ooh pretty. No.
Right. No. Them kids is far apart. Like y'all knew what y'all was doing.
Poly relationship at this point. Like it ain't
which is fine. Say that y'all are in poly and be okay with it.
And be done with it.
Don't say y'all are married lesbians, because y'all obviously are not. And the stud had a nice ass.
You know what? Kill said next Friday. No. Do Paid in Full. Who was wrong? Rico or Mitch? I had to go back and watch Paid in Full. I ain't seen Paid in Full, and I couldn't tell you. Ooh. Let's talk about Paul. Hennessy versus Milk. I am done with you. Done with you. These
Bye, Chris. Go to bed
next Friday. Baby D was wrong for messing up Day car.
And she was.
Deezy said Fredro a lucky man. Yeah. He said what came first, the chicken or the egg? Bye. Them studs and lesbian women if more than straight women. I'm done. I would
I believe it.
All lesbians bisexual, they just sneaking. Don't do that. Don't do that, Deezy. Don't do that. Poly is the best lifestyle. To each his own. Talking my language now. Not wee. Sorry.
Wee.
This is not friends.
Oui. Hola. Oui, oui. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. Well, we way past time anyway. I want to bring up one more thing. I'm not. I seen this post. It says, and I ain't gonna answer it. I'm just gonna be there. Women
No.
only.
Uh-uh.
Why did you smash once and never go back? For some reason, a lot of men want to know the answer to this question. What's your
So I'm gonna say you're gonna have to answer this question. You haven't been married all your life, and if you had a time before your marriage where you wasn't married, so there was times where you smashed once and then go back.
Answer the question.
No, you answer it first.
Why I gotta go first?
Because I feel like if I answer it first, you ain't gonna answer. Chris, this was before you, so
I'm not gonna be that personal, so it ain't nothing to tell me to do that. When men, a lot of times women care about the whole experience and not just the bing boom bang. So if a woman, a lot of times, sometimes it can just be because it was wet. I mean, we human too. But a lot of the times, if y'all just, hey, let's go, let's do it, take your clothes off, boom, boom, bang, get up. All right, it was fun. A woman ain't gonna care for that.
Oh, that was so vague. But okay.
That was that vague. It's real.
Put back up the question. It said women.
Why do you smash once and don't go back?
And don't go back. Okay. Women, why did you smash once and don't go back? Because I'm trying to think what was one. Oh, I remember. So first of all, he kept saying hee on our date. And that
I wasn't ready.
So we was on a date and he kept saying hee and I was like, if this motherfucker he's another time, I'm gonna ha ha. Like, okay. So then anyway, we get back to the place that we was going to, and my period was on, which I knew that my period was on. I told him, I was like, you don't have to stay. You can go. Right. That's what I'm saying. Yours was vague. Mine gonna be real. So we get back to the room. I was like, my period is on. You go home. And he was like, I mean, I want to stay and cuddle. Y'all know I love some cuddles. You can big spoon, little spoon.
Hey. You getting in trouble right there. Them names. Go ahead. So then,
sorry. So then he was like, I want you. I want your body. And I was like, I'm not in the mood though. Like, I'm just not. So then he kept saying, he. I want you to be in the mood. And then he ate me out with my period on. And it was like the second day. So it was
like, I felt like a girl earlier. Pew, pew.
It was like the worst day of my period. It's like heavy flow.
And he ran it, Kev. And he ran it.
But all he did was eat me out.
Well, he was like, whoa, he wasn't talking about that kind of run. You weren't talking about that kind of run, was you? Nasty. Y'all men nasty. It was disgusting, but you let it happen.
I did, because I got my nut, baby. But I was still not disgusting.
I am done. I hate I even asked now. Delete, rewind, cut, delete.
But I got my nut. That's all that matters.
She said, no, this was so unexpected. And then what happened? He home. I don't know.
He kept, was that good? It was. Good night.
He thought he about to get something, okay? He said, that man might as well let the battery choose the penis. He said, "Posh out the dark grand opening." I shouldn't have asked Deezy.
I've been getting it together.
She getting it together.
Posh at the dark is coming, y'all.
I ain't ready.
Bleach his skin after that nigga ain't bleach shit.
That's why he
'Cause he
needed
was
the new
still
nose. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. We didn't even talk about the 6-year-old who attempted murder. We done been on all this ratchetness and done ran out of time.
All that stuff gonna start being in the background. If we doing
Right.
movie reviews,
It's
all
a
that other
wrap.
stuff gonna be in the
Movie
background.
review only. Okay. Can't put nothing else on the docket. It is
He ain't
not
earned shit. I wish the
good.
fuck I would. The
Ooh,
date was
Lord.
horrible. The date was horrible.
That's for it.
Mm-mm. He was
Well, I did
lucky.
see I'm trying to change the story. I did see another story on Instagram where the woman got some knotless braids done, and she paid for the braids with grocery.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'll be back, but I don't see no.
Lord, we about to go. All right, it was been good. Thank y'all for joining. We enjoyed the comments. He said she said I didn't expect the story to turn that way at all. It ain't no it ain't no telling what Chastity. You dated Blade 3 or date a vampire. Bruh he out there with his clown makeup on. Facts. All right, y'all. That's enough. We've been on here an hour and 50 minutes. We appreciate y'all joining. Per usual, make sure you do us a favor. Share this. If you haven't followed or liked our page yet, please do so. Follow and like us on Instagram, on YouTube, or subscribe to us on YouTube, on Facebook, etc. Just make sure you y'all killing me. Make sure y'all do all of those things. We love when you guys join us. We appreciate it so much. So continue to like, follow, and share us on all platforms.
Not Red Wings.
I'm done. If y'all done gave us enough to talk about, so I ain't got to do the spiel. If you want us to talk about something, let us know because y'all done it.
But if y'all want to come on and discuss the movie with us,
who want to come? Oh, I'm scared of Deezy. I ain't even gonna hold you. But who want to come on next week and discuss Baby Boy?
We should have had Deezy on for Acrimony. This toxic ass.
She said it. I didn't say it, Deezy. She said it. I did not say it. I enjoyed it.
I said what I said.
Wrong. Anywho, we see y'all next week. It's been an amazing episode. You got any last words, Chastity?
Don't be out here giving up your mortgage for men and then being mad when they give you back what you wanted. Oh, red light special. Hey, y'all know TLC used to be my favorite group.
They was toxic too. Let's be
Baby,
real. Anywho, ooh, we need to do toxic music next.
Ooh,
after these movies.
Yes.
You ready for some toxic music? We can go ahead and talk about the toxic. Yes. All this good R&B love songs or R&B group you love back
and
in
it be toxic.
Was toxic.com.
Secret. Or the boy is mine. That was toxic. It's a whole lot. These don't come for me.
I do like TLC, but they were still toxic. Let's be clear.
I love TLC. I cry. I actually got to see them in my grown-up years. And I used to love chili. And I have a Gatorade bottle that she was drinking. And the security guard went and got the Gatorade bottle from her after she got finished drinking it and gave it to me. And I still have it. I would never give it up. Like I love chili. She was my favorite.
He said T stands for toxic. I'm done.
What is T?
He said he got 5 TLC.
Yeah, I got it.
I left home to be with my side piece.
Hey!
I hate that song. I hate it. Oh my God.
I hate it. But I be so tickled whenever I see men out there that done cheated on their wives and they be out there dancing with their wives and their wives be like, I'm like, you look stupid. You look just as stupid as this song.
To be with my side piece. They do. They be strong and wrong. Strong and wrong. Y'all right there.
Dude, this about to be fun. This about to be a fun year.
He said computer love with no computers. I'm good. All right, we supposed to be going. Why we still on here? Pokey Bear is the man. I don't like it, kid. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't like
I like Pokey Bear. I like Pokey Bear.
All right. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. See you next week.
Bye.
Peace.